Click. Come back with me through the years to a North London hospital room. It's the late 1950s, a long way back. A young wife, Sylvia, has just given birth to a beautiful baby bouncing boy, little David. Yup. Click. Suddenly time has passed and David is 5 years old, just going into primary school. Youngest kid there. Click. More time has passed and now David is 10 and a half. He's just going into secondary school. More time and college. More time. Career. More time. Life. It's looking and realizes that he's mostly one of the oldest people in every room. How did that happen? How did I become a man with a great future behind me? Has that happened to you yet? How did it happen? Well, maybe God should stop clicking his fingers for a while. So I've been thinking about staying relevant as we age. And I've got some lessons that have helped me, and they might just help you. Oh yes, and you youngsters thinking this is way above your age grade, just remember, every younger person is an older person in training. You've just got to listen, put the ears in, and you'll be the same as us, or dead. So you choose. Maybe just listen a bit. So my role models were my Grandma Rose and my Grandpa Phil. They refused to surrender to age. Absolutely refused. I remember my 92-year-old grandfather returning from shopping after catching the bus. He lowered his 3 heavy bags, you know, with that old person, My 89-year-old grandmother, Rosa, raised one eyebrow as only Rosa could. She looked at him and she said, "Philip, don't stand like that. It's so aging." He straightened up like someone had stuck a broomstick up in his backside, and I never saw him do that again. Philip would sit in his armchair with a huge cigar. He was old school. He would look at me and always grunt, "How's business?" I'd always answer, "Grandpa, I haven't got a business yet." "Why not?" "Well, I'm only 8 years old." He would just grunt at me disgustedly. So, yeah, lessons to stay relevant. Firstly, your face. Young people's resting face looks like this. People over 50, it goes down like this, particularly on screen. So on Zoom or Teams calls, keep smiling, even if you're at one of those awful Zoom funerals. They may think you're a heartless idiot, but at least you'll seem a relevant heartless idiot. Next, work less, work better. Lose the perfectionist in you. He or she needs to get out that window. Delegate everything. I'd delegate breathing if I could. I read that 4-hour work week book. Brilliant. I rang my wife excitedly, telling her it'll change our lives. Her response, 4-hour work week? Why are you doubling your hours? Oh yeah, your memory, it gets worse, you know that. Accept it and outsource it to technology. I store everything in my iPhone notes. Names of waiters in pubs or restaurants, neighbours, dogs, even my wife, you just don't know. For neighbours, chubby cockapoo named Freddie with delusional owner Susan sits right next to Charlie, looks like aging rock star. Only problem? Charlie once picked up my drop phone and saw his description. Luckily, he was flattered. We're friends now. Thank God it wasn't Freddie's owner Susan. Oh yeah, never try and be cool. Trying to be cool has been the enemy of actually being cool since the beginning of time. So just don't do it. Oh, and don't call anything a midlife crisis after the age of 50. that ship has definitely sailed. It's a experience adventure. Also, I love this one. Surprise younger colleagues by saying, just because it's always been done that way doesn't mean we always have to do it that way. Shrug and then walk out without another word. Swagger. Ha. Oh yeah, stay curious. When young people talk about something you don't understand, don't dismiss it. Ask about it. But maybe don't download TikTok. There's a limit. Keep moving, but with style. My grandmother, Rosa, who I told you about before, she had this way of staying young. It was amazing. She'd say, "Why not, darling," to almost everything. It wasn't just words, it was her whole philosophy. While other people her age were closing doors, she was just opening them. That's the secret, really, staying open to possibilities. Because why not is so much more interesting than why. Oh yeah, learn to laugh at yourself. Beat the critics to the punchline. Years ago, I think I was in San Diego, I met a Hispanic monk who just sat laughing in a corner on a leadership training. Everyone flocked to him. That's my retirement plan. I want to be the laughing corner guy. Not the monk part, my Jewish mother would never forgive me. And my Spanish peaks at ordering tequila. But laughing, that I can do. Recently on a midnight EasyJet flight, I watched angry passengers around me. There was no food and no drinks. When this wonderful Welsh stewardess, she must have been about 75, announced with perfect timing, "We run out of sandwiches, beer and no wine. You've got to laugh." The cabin erupted from fury to laughter. As I jotted notes for this speech, I could just picture her that night, feet up at home, maybe with someone special, maybe by herself with a cup of tea, thinking about her day, not about her age, not about retirement, but about how she turned a plane full of frustrated passengers into a laughing audience, about how she'd made a difference, how she created a moment, and I bet she went to sleep smiling, knowing tomorrow she would do the same thing and bring some special magic to her world. That's kind of magic worth aging for. So here's what I've learned. God will keep clicking those fingers whether we like it or not. It's making each click echo with laughter, with purpose and connection. Because when that final click comes, the only thing that matters is whether you made those moments count. So, go ahead, God, click away. I'm just getting started. Thank you. Thanks for joining me for another story that just needed telling. If you enjoy this tale, well, there are plenty more where that came from. From courtroom battles with music legends to life lessons learned at 35,000 feet. Each story here will change how you see the world, just a little bit maybe. Hit subscribe to catch the next story because sometimes the best tales find you when you least expect them.